God.
It's time for the Big Poppa Show. My boy Rafa's here and we're ready to go. Hubert worked hard. He passed out. So now got my wife, Edna Maria. Yeah. All right, welcome to another edition of the Big Poppa Show. This is maybe episode 8. I always forget, but this is probably episode 8. And we'd like to welcome everybody to the show once again. And I'm doing my ring thing, so I just stop doing that. Okay. Well, thank you for coming. Again, thank you, DFW Tejano, for everything that you've done for us to get motivated to do this. And hopefully we'll get everything straightened out and be back on the DFW Tejano page. To my right, I got my trusty man. Rafa, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What's up, man?
You're supposed to say well. You're not supposed to say good. Why can't you say good?
I am doing well.
We're all doing well. And then to my left, yes, this side. So it's
You're
my
right.
wife, Edna. How are you?
Good.
You got to talk into the damn
I'm doing good.
Talking to the microphone, don't be. That's terrible.
We're officially taking new auditions to replace Hubert since he flaked out on us today.
Hubert!
He passed out.
He passed out. That's what happened. And we're going to stick with that story right there. And, of course, our fine man who's provided us with so many wonderful things. He's going to be warded in the gates of heaven. It's Kevin.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Mario.
So I heard a meme that says that people in Texas drink more beer than people in Tennessee, which is where you're from. Is this true?
They drink whiskey.
I've drank more in Texas than I have in Tennessee.
More beer? But
Yes.
they says that's some sort of beer thing. And then
Yes.
supposedly in Tennessee, you guys follow the speed limit. So if it's 70 in Tennessee, you guys go 70. But in Texas, if it's 70, you guys go 100.
That's because there are a lot of dead animals in the road. You have to watch out.
Oh, okay, so it's true then.
Wait, is the speed limit actually 70 or like 55?
It's been a while since I've been back there, but I think they've bumped
But would you
everything
pretty
up.
much follow the speed limit? Unlike us Texans here, we'd like our freedom.
Yeah, they're
Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
The state boys there are pretty serious about their speeding tickets.
Damn, see? So it's true. And then our live studio audience. Yeah! Clap! Clap!
Y'all sound so excited.
Yes! We got Rafa's girlfriend, Candy, and then my wife. This is my daughter, middle daughter, Lucero, and then Estrella is always here.
The baby.
So we'd like to thank everybody that's here with us. So before I got here, I was thinking, well, I didn't know that Hubert wasn't going to be here, so I was thinking, well, I'm going to have
Flake.
the flakester. So I'm going to have to stay dry, and I'm not going to drink because I made a promise to everybody and myself to no more DWIs. Not that I've ever had one.
Wait, you say you're going to stop drinking?
No, drinking and driving.
Oh, okay.
That's the big thing, because that's bad. Because you know how much hell that could cause for us? I mean, we're barely making it through here. We're doing paycheck to paycheck.
You get DWI, it's like at least 10 grand.
Yeah, so it's like I said. So Hubert was here. And I thought my wife did the show with me last time. I'll bring her. And then Lucero actually came. So we got 2 DDs here, designated drivers, and Estrella, well, she can't drive yet.
And we got Candy.
And Candy. But, Estrella would drive us off a cliff. But that's fine. You know what I mean?
We got 4 DDs.
Right, so they wanted to kind of get something to eat. And then you walked in and you were like, oh, dude. You walk in with a Whataburger cup and you have that Whataburger look. To me, it's the Whataburger look. It's like, oh, God.
It was a terrible decision.
Was it? See? That's why I didn't get any to eat, because I knew I was going to do the show. I knew I was going to have some beers. So when you go to Whataburger, what is it that you get? What did you get today?
So today we got the number 5.
Which is?
Cheeseburger with bacon, grilled jalapenos, and then no tomato, light lettuce, mustard, and mayo.
Oh, God, you're one of those light lettuce. You don't.
I don't like lettuce because it makes your bread
that's true.
soggy.
You are picky. That's true.
No. I like lettuce on my burger, but when you put the lettuce in it, it makes the burger soggy.
And do they usually follow what you say?
Yeah,
For the most part. What's your favorite thing, Whataburger? Ed!
What?
What's up? What do you like?
I like number 4, which is the jalapeno cheeseburger.
Really? I like the mushroom Swiss burger
Just get to number 5.
Right?
with add vegetables to it. It's water size. It's got to be water size. Those motherfuckers. It's like when I say water size it and they don't water size it.
It's the biggest waste of 50 cents in the whole world.
Dude, I want the big fries. I don't want the tiny ones and the big drink.
The drink is what makes it. It's well worth the 50 cents to get the larger drink, especially if you're driving around or you're at home. The worst thing could happen is you go home, eat your fries, eat your ketchup, and you run out of fucking Coke.
That's right. And with your girlfriend, she told me Candy said she got chicken strips. That's right. What's your favorite? What's her favorite dipping sauce?
Barbecue sauce.
I like.
See, I'm better at that game than you already.
Honey mustard is mine. So you're saying you had your meal, which was a single. It's not a double.
Well, today we had a coupon for 1 free burger if you get it in 1 through 5 or classics.
Right.
So I was looking at that app and I'm like, I'm hungry.
So you ordered on the app.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing. Okay, and then
we got 1 free burger and.
What did you?
Just like a basic cheeseburger, the same thing as a
light onion, light lettuce.
Yeah,
todo el pedo?
No bacon on it, just cheese. And I ate like a quarter of it.
So you ate your meal, then a quarter of that, and she ate the other, or is it in the car right now?
Well, Candy takes breaks in between her food, so she'll start eating, and then she'll close it and be like, I need a break, and then she won't eat.
Really?
So this is what happens: it either goes in the fridge, it stays on the table, or she'll eat it. Those are the only 3 options.
Yeah.
What happened to the food when she takes a break?
No. If these people take a break, guess who eats it? Right here.
Well, that's how
the old garbage disposal. They're so well trained that as soon as they get full, they just put the plate in front of them.
Yeah.
And they know, they have to write their name. Man, don't eat this, whatever.
Or they hide it in their room.
Well, see, that's
Do they forget about it?
No.
Oh.
But I have taught them, I go, especially my youngest, I go, you got to hide your stuff. Because the middle one and the older one, they suck. And they're going to fuck you.
And they're going to blame you?
And they're going to take your stuff. So she already hides it. She's like a little squirrel. She puts it in a tree and stuff and waits for winter. Right? Hold on. Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good. The last time I had to be sober, that sucked. But
So in Tennessee, do they have Whataburgers?
no, they're about to expand.
So,
Yeah, what's your version of
how
Whataburger?
old were you when you had a Whataburger?
20.
That's a damn shame. Waste of 20 years of your life.
And
right
what
there.
did you think? What did you think was like? Oh my! I've been missing this my whole life, or it wasn't a big deal?
But we had White Castle.
Oh no, those are the steam burgers.
That's
Are those
even
any
worse.
good? Are they that good? I know. I've never had steam.
I've never had one.
I had White Castle, but the one that you get like at the grocery store.
Yeah,
And
I've
then
never
the-
had an actual.
Nowhere close.
Oh, it isn't.
Nowhere close.
And you ordered like a dozen of them?
Oh, yeah.
How much is a big duty? Like me, I could eat 24.
No, I'd buy a sack of 36.
Wow!
About
White
1,
Castle-
1 o'clock in the morning after you had a few beers.
Oh yeah,
It's
They
like
go down well.
I bet they do.
It's kind of funny you're talking about that because on the way over here, Candy and I were talking about Whataburger and like how there was some in Denton where she went to UNT, and then at A&M there was only 2, so we could only get to one because we'd be too drunk to get to the other one that was too far. And in college, I really didn't eat Whataburger at night.
Why not?
We went to a taco place. I'm not going to say the name of it because I stole a lot of tacos from there.
Stole?
I mean, when you have a few juice boxes to drink at night, you go to the taco store.
Yeah.
You order the food. It makes 0 sense. You order your food, and then they're like, go over there and wait, and then we'll bring out the food so you can pay. Well, it'd be like, they bring you the tacos, like, okay, and then you'd be like, I'm walking out. Especially in college.
Really?
Yeah. $30 worth of food, I ain't going to pay for it.
Can't be
I just had a $100 bar tab. I ain't going to afford $30 worth of tacos. But,
College life.
Yeah. And you experienced the whole thing, didn't you?
oh, too much of it.
It was badass, huh?
Yes. Dangerous.
Really?
Yes.
Is that where everybody gets pregnant and you get diseases and stuff?
I mean, I at least have 10 kids running around. I'm just kidding.
Chingarza chinga.
If my dad is listening, he'd be like, oh, this is me, oh, chingado.
Yeah, I got a shit ton of kids in the valley, dude. No, I don't.
Excuse me?
What do you think?
Due to the circumstances, we're going to cut the episode short.
We're going to go ahead and go on to the next topic. Thank you.
Next episode.
No,
So,
my
speaking of
game is
Valley,
strong.
Hey, cuando fuiste a Valley, what'd you do, man?
Dude. So we went to the valley, right?
Yeah.
And
All the way to
so
Edinburgh.
there's this thing in the valley. I don't know. Corpus has it, but we have botana platters.
Are those?
That's the thing. Are you from? Is Candy? Where's Candy from? She's from Dallas. Okay, but in the valley we have botanas.
She's
right?
from Pleasant Grove.
PG. So we got botanas. So we went. The first place we went, we got off the road. We went to Taco Ley in Mission, which has one of the best botanas ever. Ed.
The best fajita.
I mean, Tex-Mex is different for you.
What's a
than
botana?
Okay, so for her, well, she can describe it because it's new to her. The first time you had botana, Ed, which is something in the valley, it's hard to describe. You're going to describe it for us.
Okay.
What did you think of it? How did it feel? What taste and all that?
It's like nachos and steroids, like
Asteroids?
What do you say?
What the fuck is that? You just made fart. Asteroids. Okay, go ahead. I
There you
don't.
go. Like nachos, it has cheese, beans, fajita meat.
Oh, it's kind of like a trash can platter where they just put it on a plate.
No, so-
and just,
It's huge. It's like
Right, that big. But tell them what's on it and how we build it and the taste.
it's really good.
Okay, well describe it.
It tastes like nachos, but
Yeah,
10 times
kinda.
better.
Right, so it's a chips base.
Yeah.
They put beans, but the cheese has to be the valley cheese. It can't be oily cheese. It can't
It's
be.
not oily cheese.
It's got to
It's
be
good.
cheese, right? They put fajitas. They put chicken
Chicken.
fajitas. Then all around it's pico de gallo, la bandera, or whatever they call it, with guacamole. Tortillas de harina, and these people order tortillas de maíz for whatever fucking reason. Nobody eats that.
if they're handmade,
It
they're
also
good.
has quesadillas in it, like the
It has
halfway
quesadillas on top that-
Okay,
it.
you lost me at nachos, but you got me back at quesadillas.
Quesadillas, and then the sweet tea is spectacular. It's just that, right? It's valley sweet tea.
It's different.
So when a tea,
Here.
probably like about this much sugar
yeah.
Pretty
in a
much.
cup this big. for
Yeah,
a
so
tea.
I do half and half because I'm trying to keep the calories down. Because I
There's
don't
no
want to
point.
gain weight.
Dame comer uno plato en grandote.
So have you ever had a botana?
No.
Oh,
Candy
dude.
has-
I like the. I
You
like
have
the
from the
Bacos.
valley?
Yeah.
See, how good is it, Candy? She just nodded at hell. Yeah,
I don't like nachos.
You know,
It's not. It's different, dude, because the carne like gets it all
The meat is
flavorful
different.
and moist.
So the chips turn
Wet.
into like basically corn tortilla because it gets all soggy.
they're homemade.
But and
like,
also they're home
homemade
fried. It's not the kind of that you buy back here in Dallas. They have this chips and store bought tortillas that they bring you in that salsa. That's always like molida.
Yeah.
No good. Over there it's pico de gallo, actual.
The first time I went to the valley, I tried barquitos. You know what those are, barcos?
Yeah, like chalupas. Like
No.
Where did you go?
No, those are called machetes.
Oh, I guess it depends on the region
But
that you are in.
it's kind of like a mini torta.
Oh,
And I don't
okay,
like tortas because they're usually a
Barquitos.
lot of bread. But the barcos,
Barquitos. Oh,
and with those you can eat like 10 of them and just.
really?
And it's good.
I'm gonna Google it. See what a barquito looks like.
Well, I thought my
Yeah.
friend was gonna kill me because we went to like this abandoned warehouse kind of thing, and it was an old boxing gym. So we drive up, and he's like, "Hey, are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, try it." I'm like, "I'm gonna die."
Why?
Why?
Because it was just abandoned.
Oh, but you had the food with you,
No, well, we pulled up to go get the food, but it was just an abandoned warehouse.
right?
So he gets off, and I'm just like, "This is how it ends. I'm gonna die in the valley." You
It's a good place. It's a great place to die. It's God's country.
Okay. Anyway, so he comes back, and they open up this warehouse door, and it's like a stand inside of a warehouse that sold food.
No
And-
shit.
Yeah, and
Where? What
in
city?
Westaco.
What?
Westaco?
Holy Jesus! What are you doing over there?
Exactly. That's what I thought I was
You
gonna
gotta
die.
stay in the nice part of the valley, like McAllen and Mission. You
Shout
don't
out to
wanna
my homies in M-Town. So Westaco / Mercedes. So shout out to the M-Town boys in the fantasy league.
Remember when my mom used to live in Westlaco?
Yes.
That's that whole area.
Yeah. Okay. All the part.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
So what was the most fun thing besides food? Besides botanas?
That I did at the valley?
Yeah.
Well, I got in the ocean. It was okay. It was raining and stuff like that. So you just get in, the waves kick your ass, and then you
The
just
wife too.
flow down. It was like you get sand everywhere. I'd rather be in the room sleeping and drinking beer. I don't want to be down there.
Yeah, that's what he pretty much
You
said.
actually went to South Padre Island?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so nice. I've been wanting to go.
It was
And then my aunt has a really nice condo. We stay on the 16th floor, and we just got a great view. It's just really nice. And then we feed the seagulls from the balcony. That might have been the funnest thing. The seagulls.
I miss the seagulls.
Yeah, that's a Corpus sound.
Oh,
Have you ever been to?
really?
We've been to
Yeah,
Corpus.
yes, yes,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
at Cumbia Kings.
I live close enough to the
Cumbia
water back in Corpus that
really?
if you throw food outside, the seagulls actually get there in about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
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 So you just start hearing them, and they like to pick on the cats outside, and they're like peck them, and
Oh,
then just
really?
fly back up.
Yeah, because they're very dominant birds. Yeah, nobody cares about them.
But yeah, it's actually illegal to kill seagulls. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people were feeding Alka-Seltzer to them, supposedly, and they would explode.
Oh, that's neat.
So you could just imagine the explosion of feathers.
It's also funny to feed them like hot Cheetos or things like that. Other Mexican things like that. Hot
Porque
Cheetos.
What do they
se
do?
cagan o qué?
They just start shitting everywhere.
Bitches, güey, se cagan everywhere.
You're just at the beach, or like you bury your cousin and you build a hole, and then they can't get out, and you just start throwing chips on them, and all seagulls just start attacking him.
Oh.
I mean, growing up, we'd go to the beach a lot, so
Well, yeah.
I lived down.
What's it called? Mustang Island over there? What's it
It's
called?
the ghetto
Padre
beach.
Island? Oh, it's called Padre Island?
Yeah.
Because they would always take me to the
It's
T-heads.
north.
The T-heads, and I would go down the steps,
Yep.
and it was really calm
Where
there.
Selena's at.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
Selena's
yeah,
at. But obviously
yeah.
back then she wasn't there. Yeah.
She was there on Earth.
She's always
Yeah.
been there.
Yes.
What's
So
going-
how are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous.
You haven't been feeling
Why are you
I'm
nervous?
nervous.
like, do you ever get paranoid like when you sneeze or you cough and you're feeling like, holy crap?
I'm actually holding in a cough right now. I don't want to scare anyone.
Dude, I know.
At work, I
Dude.
hold my cough too.
I was at
I don't
church
wanna scare nobody.
and I was at a restaurant. I started coughing, then I sneezed, and I'm like, oh my God, they're going to think that I have the corona.
¿Qué comí el otro día? Elote. We got some elote cups, and I sneezed, and then I got a piece of corn like stuck between my mouth and my throat and my nose. And like I walked into a store and I had to sneeze, and I just couldn't because then like everyone would look at me weird. And then on top of that, I didn't want the corn to just like
Right.
shoot out my nose. 'Cause
So are
it's
you wearing your mask and are you doing everything you're supposed to kind of in public
Starting
areas?
Tonight,
60 to 70%.
Starting tonight, everybody has to wear one here in Texas.
Right. So that would have been Thursday. Right.
Tonight.
Tonight
Which
at
is crazy.
12:01.
So it's a
So
good
it's Friday.
It's a good thing that you went on vacation before the whole Corona
they
thing.
closed the beach already.
I know. So do you think all this is coming back? And
I mean, from my expertise of not being a doctor, I think it is going to come back.
are you afraid?
No, I'm not afraid.
Are you afraid?
I feel like I had it back in March.
I'll just take
Oh, you.
precautions.
That's true. You did have it.
I was sick, and then work didn't let me work for a full month, which, I mean, I got paid for a full month to do nothing.
Nice.
I mean, my phone rang a lot.
So you have antibodies in you now, supposedly, right?
I mean, my
Kind of like
I'm
a
antibody
vaccine,
too.
right?
Yeah.
So if you were to kiss me, would that give me your antibodies?
No, I'm also O positive, I think, so I'm already kind of immune.
She is.
Yeah, I think
I can't get sick.
Yeah.
Kevin is too, so I mean, we're
But
good.
You were sick for a while, though. I remember.
I was like...
You couldn't come over.
Okay, let me rephrase it like this. I was sick for maybe a week of those months.
With that coronavirus.
My boss would call like, I don't feel so good, and then as soon as I hang up, I just go back to playing video games.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can actually admit that now because I don't work there.
I do believe that it's coming back and everything. And supposedly, did you hear about the new strain in China that has pandemic potential?
the bacon one.
Yeah, the pig
Oh
one.
yeah, the big.
I mean, what do you think, Big Poppa? I mean, you're an older man, you know. Just what's your perspective on this?
If I die, I die.
That's my
It's
perspective
time
too.
to go.
I'm
But
happy.
I am going to take the necessary precautions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
You know, I mean, I'm going to wear my mask. I wash my hands a shit ton. You know what I
have
mean?
hand sanitizer in the car, so
Oh
every
my
time we
God.
come.
Have you noticed the hand sanitizer smells like
Are y'all the
tequila?
future? Are you the future for Candy and I?
Tequila.
Like y'all
Yes.
hearing y'all talk is like I'm having flash. Like oh my god,
Yes.
that's gonna be me in 20 years.
Yes, and this is a step
and then
below
I
you.
put hand sanitizer on the steering wheel.
And it
my
smells
I'm gonna
like
have
tequila.
two. I'm gonna have two kids soon. No, but I'm out of this world. Coronavirus, take me.
I
Yeah.
make the girls like, okay, rub your hands.
And then they work together, Lucero and my wife, so they
Yeah.
they have to wear masks. We do too at my job, but
Yeah.
you know we can. I take it off on the warehouse.
I don't wear a mask at my job,
But you're out on the road.
but
you
I'm
know,
respectful. So if I go in, like
Yeah.
today, I went to Sherwin-Williams and I wore a mask.
Yeah.
and the painters. I mean, the painters are always really good, and they always have a mask on either way when they're spraying.
I mean, I'm hearing rumors that a lot of paint stores have been wiped out by coronavirus.
The smaller ones,
Bigger ones, like commercial stores.
really?
Really?
I can't say which company because it's
No, I know, but they might start closing some of our.
in our industry. I mean, but construction hasn't stopped in this whole virus thing since.
Yeah,
So
since the
construction's never going to stop because
We're
there's money
very
to be
busy.
made.
Yeah, we're very busy either way. So
Yeah, at the end of the day, it just comes down to the industry. If there's money to be made, we're going to keep working.
Yeah.
And like for us, and you know, being an outside painter, well, I don't paint, but you know what I mean. I mean, we're not slowing down at all. I'm booked for at least the next 3 or 4 months.
okay,
That's
cool.
nice.
And I know that I'm out of shape and unhealthy, but I think I can survive it.
You're losing weight though. You're looking good, Big Papa.
Thank you, bro. Do you think I look cute?
Ya te miras muy papi.
Ed, what do you think?
I think you're losing and I'm gaining it.
That's fine.
It's like that meme, you know what I'm talking about, where like the guy doesn't have a shirt and then he's está todo feo, and then the wife is like, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, you need to see it. Está todo feo away, and no tiene camisa, and gordito, and then the wife is all jealous, like that's mine.
So
Oh, really?
they do say that for every 10 pounds you lose, you gain like a few things that are positive. Do you know what those are?
No.
What has happened for me in the past when I've actually lost someone?
Oh my God.
Just
Your shirts fit better.
Nah, my shirts fit better. What else?
You can tie your shoes.
Anything else?
Put on your socks.
They say for every 10 pounds is about an inch. What do you think about that?
Damn, imagine if I lost like 100
What am I
pounds.
talking
You need to
about?
lose about 50.
It's all right to be itty bitty. It's all wrong. How does that song go by?
50.
That's 5 inches. How much do you want? I'm giving you all I can. There's no more.
5 inches of pure thermal power.
I don't know, maybe the 20 inch. Damn.
Oh, I don't
I'm
want
just saying, imagine we lost like 100 pounds, 200 pounds.
Dude, 10 inches of puro tejado power. And that right there would be a celebration. What did you say? Would it be a celebration of life? You know, to fill the void.
There might be another 2 or 3 kids. I'm just saying.
No, she's fine. I'm just waiting to be a grandpa.
Yeah. Settle.
But when we're celebrating things, obviously here we celebrate, certain dates.
Yeah.
In Mexico, obviously, you never celebrated the 4th of July.
No.
Obviously. What was your independence? Oh,
Cinco de Mayo.
Which is bigger, Cinco de
There's
Mayo?
no Cinco. Oh my God.
DC says this is. I don't want to say DC.
Cinco de Mayo is a French thing.
Yes.
And they say it's the actual independence.
Yes, this is-
Okay, so
And
you're...
in Mexico, we celebrate 2 days, the 16th and the 17th.
17's for the day you're hungover.
Yeah.
Carne cruda.
So, like, people don't sleep, they just keep on going for 2 days.
Really? Awesome. Can you imagine?
I mean, shit, we should move to
Going on
Mexico.
a bender? Dude. Really? So obviously... So for me on the 4th of July, ever since I was a kid, I've always done the fireworks thing. And it's cool about 4th of July because you don't have to wait till freaking midnight like you do on New Year's. That's what I like because all the tios are pales and you're like kind of sleepy and you have to wait till midnight. No, but 4th of July, as soon as it gets dark, you can start launching.
Like a week before, actually.
Right. And so in Corpus, you could, in city, do your fireworks.
Yeah, no.
No había pedo. Now, I know now. No.
Yeah, but back then.
Yeah, me too. Back then, in the city, we could launch our fireworks, and doors. The kids would get the sparklers, and we get the little tank that would go. Did you get the tank?
No.
Did you get the little smoke bomb?
My mom doesn't trust me with fireworks because I blew off my hand.
You didn't. So you didn't have fireworks growing up?
I think like past 11, no more fireworks for me because it was this hand. I almost blew off this hand. My mom bought me a bunch of Mexican fireworks, which AKA don't play with Mexican fireworks.
The palomitas?
No, she got me a roll like about
Yes,
this big
I remember
of
those.
fuses.
Dude.
Of fuses. So I got the lighter and I went like that and
You turned all of them on.
And it almost blew your hand off.
literally my hand was in ice for about 6 to 7 hours.
Oh.
And I was like 11, and everyone's over there having a good time and partying. I'm over here with my hand in a bucket.
Yeah.
And then my dad got mad at me because he's like, "Pues por pendejo estás."
Por pendejo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we are.
He didn't feel bad for me.
Por estúpido.
But then he was stupid porque he threw all the fireworks in the fire, and then all the fireworks were just going everywhere for a solid 20 minutes.
Yeah, so for me, the 4th of July means fireworks.
You celebrate it?
Fireworks.
Okay.
I mean, I don't stand over my heart and say, fuck the British and all the things that they did to us because it's not my...
Thank you, British, for the tea. That's amazing.
But it's not even our history.
No, but I mean,
But being part of the country, it kind of is, but it really isn't.
I think what we really need to do is we really need to bring in our official white correspondent for
Do
a
we have
segment on this.
music?
Breaking news.
It's Kevin Bedwell from Tennessee, sir, with blue eyes and the whole thing. What's up, dude?
I'm good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how patriotic are you?
I'm good. I'm up there. I'm 9, 10.
9, 10?
Yeah.
Oh, are you? But
Yeah.
you, when we were talking earlier, you kind of said that you weren't.
Well, I serve for my country. I believe in what the country stands for.
Oh, but
I believe
celebration,
in,
right.
in
Yeah, but
the independence and be able to do the things we want to do.
Are you going to put American flags on your car for the weekend and just drive around?
How hardcore do you celebrate the 4th of July?
We typically do fireworks every year and barbecue and do that sort of thing. And
Yeah, can I come over?
absolutely.
When is the 4th of July?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Maybe we should practice Saturday. What do you think? And then get real.
I mean, you can have band practice, and you can barbecue, and then you can
Dude.
bring guns, and you can shoot fireworks.
Dude!
You don't get no more American than that.
No.
That's right. Guns and
America.
beer. That's right. I'll bring the dynamite, the napalm. You can bring everything else.
I might just have to wear my back-to-back World War Champion shirt, you know? Just it's a tank top. I mean, what's more American than that?
That's right. We'll come to your house at night. We'll have a big old party.
Well, I was just curious because, like, for me, you know, growing up in Corpus Christi, my mom and dad are Mexican. I didn't celebrate 4th of July. So,
Really?
from where I lived, I mean, we barbecue, but that's
No
about it.
cohetes?
Huh?
You didn't think about your forefathers and everything that they fought for?
My forefather wasn't alive yet, Cesar Chavez.
He's from the Philippines. I always get angry.
No, but from our house, you can actually see the fireworks on the ocean.
Yeah, so we can kind of Frisco, yeah.
Yeah, so we just go outside and just look at them for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's fireworks. But the only holiday I really celebrate is Thanksgiving and Christmas. Other than that, like, I don't celebrate anything else.
Halloween.
Not really.
Halloween's become a big deal nowadays.
Halloween's a good drinking holiday.
Halloween is the devil.
I like how your daughter's over there like nod like, yeah, it's a really good drinking holiday.
Lucero.
She's like 15 years old.
So that's cool. I mean, we celebrate holidays and, you know, like you said.
Yeah.
You do Christmas.
And Thanksgiving, that's it.
And
Like
Thanksgiving.
4th of July, like...
And 4th of July, fireworks for me.
Yeah.
And then I usually have to work either way, and she never celebrated fireworks. So this is something that we hold as traditions, right? All of us.
Yes. But, I mean, for you, I mean, did you celebrate, how can I word this? Sorry, I burped. How can I word this? Is 4th of July, and this isn't telling me exactly what I need to know, I think. Do you circle it on your calendar as a holiday?
Absolutely not.
And you did it in the military either?
No, not
It wasn't like, all right, Marines, it's 4th of July is coming up. It's time to get all excited.
We got you some good chow for 4th of July.
Well, we did that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got better
yeah.
food.
We get good
Oh,
food.
really? You knew this?
Yeah, my cousin was in the military.
Dude, I was talking to him about this. So he said, as opposed to getting ground turkey, you get like, what did you say?
Processed turkey.
Yeah, he says chow is better on
Yeah.
the 4th of July.
Well, I mean, they were out there fighting for us, you know? We get
Yeah,
all this
they are.
freedom.
Get some
But I think
non-GMO turkey.
I think nowadays I celebrate Veterans Day and Memorial Day more than 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that actually make a difference.
Which is the Armistice Day? That's Memorial Day, right?
The Memorial Day is the ones where the people died, and Veterans Day are the ones that are active.
Well, no, there's
still
one that's
They're still
Armistice
alive.
Day, which is World War I. That's Memorial Day, right?
No, I just said what it was.
No, you didn't, because you don't know.
Am I right?
I don't care about your college
I was right.
education.
Right, he's right.
Oh, is it Veterans Day? One of them was called Armistice Day for World War I, and then they changed the name to either Memorial Day or Veterans
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I graduated from high school.
Don't give the military people more stuff to add to the arsenal, man. They already have enough reasons to like rub it in our face.
What's that?
Well, why didn't you vote? I served in the military. for you.
I didn't serve because I'm a coward. I always say that's true.
I
Don't look at me.
I'll look at you whenever I want.
didn't serve because I'm gordito. They don't have Whataburger in the military.
But in the military, do y'all make much money, dude? So no.
If you retire from the military, you're making bankrolls.
Yeah, it's ranked. You know, as you get up in ranking.
I know someone that makes about $80,000 to $90,000 a year in just retirement money.
What?
No shoot.
Yep.
So when you were growing up, what did you think was being rich? What did you feel was like, damn, I've made it?
Damn, I made it. I didn't really feel that until I got to college. So when I got to college, you get your first I was gonna say stimulus check, but you get your refund, you know, to pay rent, bills, and things like that. I woke up, I had like $7,000 in my bank account. Literally, I was 18 years old and I got $7,000. I'm just like going to the mall today.
Would you say you were poor when you were growing up?
I mean, I wasn't poor. I mean, I had both my parents, so I was 13, and then my parents divorced. My dad paid child support or whatever and things like that, but my mom had a really good work ethic, so I was lucky that...
Dude, you said how many jobs?
She worked between 2 to 3, maybe even pick up a house to clean for a fourth job.
So you were never kind of without.
No, I was never without, you know, and I'm lucky for that. But, I mean, I also couldn't say, like, oh, I got the brand new J's or I had an Xbox. Like, I'd have to wait a full year for the new game console.
What game consoles were out when you were a boy?
Like Nintendo 64 and the PS2.
So for me, it would be... No, not even then. It was Atari.
What, Pong?
Yes. It was Pong. To be honest with you, you're making fun of me, but I'm old. So it was Pong, and then the first Atari,
Yeah.
and the Atari 6200, and then there was a little space there, and then we got the Nintendo the regular Nintendo.
Yeah, so like my perspective being without was just like I know, and I think I posted this on Facebook, but like not hiding the new things from my dad. My dad would get really mad if we bought like new shoes or something. Porque it's like, no tenemos dinero or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, I need new shoes. Like, these ones are talking to me when I walk down the hallway in school.
Right. So for me, to being honest, it's like when I was 5 years old, my father was murdered because he was in the Border Patrol.
Yeah.
Right. So he had pulled like 2 insurance policies on himself because this is a dangerous job, he thought.
Yeah.
And I want my family taken care of, kind of thing, when if anything were to happen to me.
Yeah.
And something did happen to him.
Yeah.
So we got a shit ton of money. So for a few years there, until I was about maybe 5, until I was 9, we were rolling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Living
I
good.
had nothing that I didn't have,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I had OP. Do you remember Ocean Pacific?
No.
That's old. That's old fucking school. But you know
That's
what's
vintage
cool?
now.
You know what's cool? that all these kids now are wearing these the Vans, checkered Vans. That's shit we wore.
Yeah.
When we were growing
It was
up.
a
And
lot
now
cheaper
they
back
think it's
then.
new, right? And even the Converse, but they've been wearing those since the 50s. The Converse.
Back when it costs like $1 or something.
Champion.
So we wore that. So we went through all that, and then just like it happens to people, it happens to celebrities or whatever. We lost it all.
Yeah.
Because of dumb, bad decisions, and then we became poor.
Yeah.
So I was kind of used to being poor because I would go visit my grandmother in Rio Grande City. Shout out to everybody in Rio Grande, Roma, La Grulla, all that area. And they were poor.
So you got to play poor for a couple weeks, then go back to your regular
Right,
life.
so I kind of had an idea where you couldn't turn on the AC during the morning. You had to wait,
Yeah.
and then you turn it on. It was like the doors were always open
Yeah.
because, you had to save money in that sense. And then when we lost everything, I was like, we became poor. And that's when I kind of got used to being like poor.
Yeah.
And that's when, where my grandma's house, I know the queso del gobierno and all the stuff that you get, from the government and stuff like that. But I know my wife here, she grew up, when you first grew up before the loteria, they won the lottery in Mexico, by the way.
What?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Mm-hmm.
How many pesos?
I don't know. I was like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Right. So were you poor before 12?
I will say middle class.
Right. And then when you won the loteria, boom. You got
Maybe
more
everything stayed the same.
Right, but they had the real nice 2-story house with a plaza in the middle.
Yeah.
I've been there. And they have the
plaza.
washboard on top of the roof. Was there ever a dog on the roof? I hear in Mexico there's dogs on the roof.
Yes.
We had a husky.
When
It
you
was
have
a
a-
husky.
When you have a dog on the roof, that's when you know you made it in life.
Yes, we had a dog.
I'm good. You couldn't afford just having a dog just sit there on the porch all day.
Yeah,
Did he have a name?
Hitler.
Okay, no. This
This is
the
the
thing.
reason.
Right, go ahead.
My dad said that Hitler was a dog, so that's why he named the dog Hitler.
Hitler. Oh my God.
Hitler. And then and then you all have a tradition of naming dogs, though. I know one's named Rambo.
Yeah, like the movies, Rambo, Hitler, what else?
What's another name? I thought you always had like
Firulais. There's always a dog
What?
named Firulais.
Firulais?
Yeah.
I don't know why Mexicans are obsessed with Rambo. That's another
Yeah.
thing. But that's it for another
No,
podcast.
Or
but
Max.
it's Rambo.
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 Right. So my whole thing with my new pets is I name them all Mexican names,
Yeah.
like Chon and Chewy and Lalo and stuff like that.
Except Gus.
Gus, yeah, but it's but no, he's Gustavo the Third.
Gustavo.
Gustavo the Third.
Well, real quick. So, I mean, when you won the lottery, you weren't missing much, right? After that?
You were rolling,
Yeah, for
You had
a little
everything you
while
wanted.
because, my dad didn't know how to.
but in Mexico, do you pay to go to school, or you go to
No,
school
it's
like
free.
here
It's
for free? Even when you get like in the upper, like high
After-
school here.
No, when you go to college, you have to.
Like from here, what grade does it stop? 8th grade, you said?
Free schooling
Yeah.
stops at grade. Let me see, 9th grade. After that, you go and you have to pay.
Oh, so it becomes like a college thing.
Yes.
It depends, because like my dad, he's from a ranch, and I think he has like a 3rd or 4th grade education. But
I
somehow
have
he's
a
smarter
9th
than me.
grade education. I have a 9th grade
You do?
education. Mhm.
But how much are you making an hour now?
More than you.
3 times as much as you do.
We were talking about it at the gas
Are
station.
you hiring? I'll go work with you.
Dude, we were talking about it at the gas station. I'm like, I make whatever an hour, and I go, God, 3 times. And my daughters were like, wow, Mom, and I'm all here shrinking. Like my nuts in cold water. Like,
Well, now you got to start
But you
cleaning.
know-
You're going to have to be walking around with the apron with like no underwear.
It took
Keep
me
her happy.
22 years. It took me 22 years.
To get to this spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. I mean, once you put in a certain amount of work ethic and you move up and slowly. I mean, I can say, my dad, he probably makes 6 figures now with a 4th grade education.
Yeah.
No shit, because he works hard.
Yeah, I mean, he works
Same
hard.
thing with her. She worked freaking hard all her life.
I mean,
very dedicated to her job.
He works in scaffolding. So if you need a scaffolding job in Corpus, hit me up. I can get you a job over there.
All right.
That's scary.
But they probably wouldn't last more than 2 days on my day.
We got to be right. Oh, is he?
He's like me. I'm a mean manager, so I get it from my dad.
Are you? No, really? I always thought you were a nice manager.
Well, because I like you. I have my friends, and then I meet
I
other
love
people.
you.
I don't know about me. If I'm a mean manager, no.
Well, because you're the
She's
daughter.
yeah, but no, she's always been very. But you fuck with her.
Yeah.
She'll do that girl thing where it's a slow grind and just wait and just accumulate shit.
Is it like in Batman when like she stabs Batman?
Yeah, and then she just and then she'll come home and she goes, "I got that fucking bitch out."
I do.
It's when they piss you off, but when they're nice to you, you're cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you do everything that I want, you're cool. But don't fuck with me, bro. You think I'm tengo cara de pendeja? I don't.
No, I mean that's what we do as managers. We you keep a mental tally of every single time, and then boom. I remember at T-Mobile to get rid of people, what they do is they just start scheduling you less and less hours.
Yeah.
And since it's a commission job, you have
Oh, is
to.
it?
Yeah. So
No, I know she does that. I'll go, you didn't want to show up for Saturday's jobs. Okay. So next week you're working 2 hours, cabrona, right? Or something like that.
yeah.
You just start...
Or you just overschedule them too, and they're not gonna make it 5 days a week when they're.
Or just give them a really
They
shitty
call
schedule.
on
You
the
open
3,
when you
they call
close,
in,
and then you
yeah.
open after you close, and
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I've been opening and closing all week.
they probably hate you. They want to get rid of you.
It's true. That's what we do. We overwork you.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm still at 40 hours.
This would be me as a store manager. I'm just in my office on the computer just typing. And I'd be like, hey, I need that done. What do you need done? And they'll go do it, and they come back 5 minutes later. I go, I'm done. I'm like, okay, well, I need you to go do this. And it'll be like,
And you don't go help them?
No, fuck no.
Why not?
I do. I help them. Right? I'm everywhere.
I'm on the computer. I'm responding to very important emails.
Oh, God.
That
No,
takes
you're not.
5 minutes.
I ran a store for a year.
I make people go, like, do the stupidest shit. Like, just like, hey, I need to move this from this shelf to that shelf.
I heard they do that in the military. They say, I need you to move this 20 feet that way. Why? I have no idea.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They just make you do stupid shit like that.
They just clean
Come
it
here,
with
go over there.
toothbrush.
Come here, go over there. Come
I'm
here.
sure there's a purpose. I don't know what it is.
I think
You're not at
to
that rank
me,
yet.
It makes me crazy. Like I'm here working, and then I see the associates over there just chilling and talking
On their
I'm like,
phones, stuff.
well, they're not allowed to have their phones on the floor.
All right, and then
Good manager.
And it just drives me crazy that I'm here, have a million things to do, and then there's 2 people right there just hanging out. So I'm like, okay, cabrones, I'm going to give you something to do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh,
I
really?
give them something to do, yeah.
But, like, I think it's a generational thing because, like, I guess the
Yes,
older people always work
yes.
harder,
Mm-hmm.
and for us kids, as, we're lazier, we expect things faster and things like that. We don't want to work, and
I've noticed that.
especially, like,
Right.
we call it first world probs. We really don't want to get involved.
really,
Yeah.
first world problems.
Props.
Oh, they always say props. They always say that Mexico is a third world country with first world aspirations. Is this true?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, that just picture it.
First world
Like
aspirations.
United States, England, France. Those are first world countries. Like third world countries would be like Ghana, I guess. I don't know, the fucked up places where they have famines and stuff. You know what I mean? Or like Colombia, where they have all that crazy stuff.
Venezuela.
What is something that you have that you would consider? In Mexico, it'd be like, pues que tienes pendejo. That's not a problem. What do you have a problem here that you're like, oh my God, I can't live without this. There's no way. I can tell you right now that one thing that I know.
What?
Maybe when your phone doesn't charge and you're like, oh God, I gotta get my phone charged. What am I gonna do? I gotta get it charged and I gotta charge my phone because if my phone
Yeah,
discharges,
if they call me from work. Or
what happens if they call me from work or whatever? You know what I mean?
You're such a mom. That's your biggest concern.
That is a first world problem. Who the hell really needs this to survive? Think about actual survival, like a fucking cheetah or something.
Well, here's a first world
Like now.
problem when you have a perfectly working base and you ask for a new one for your Father's Day, but whatever. Because the other one doesn't work.
And
No,
wait,
no, I have
let
my
me say
base.
this.
I
Let
need
me
an
say
amp.
this.
Okay, that's the first
He's
world problem.
Don't
You know,
touch
I order it online, and then I'm like, you're going to get a really good Father's Day gift. Oh, I know I'm getting the case, but I really wanted the
Bass amp.
The bass amp.
Oh.
How do you know?
Because I logged onto the account, and I said, let's see if they're really going to give me the bass amp that I asked for.
And he was very
Maybe one
ungrateful.
year for Father's Day, I'll get what I want.
He's not grateful.
First world problem.
That is a first world problem.
That's a
I mean,
perfect example.
we're talking about life and death situations here. What is something that you have that you're like, dude, it actually bothers you as if though you're running out of water, food, or shelter?
What would you say?
Candy?
Huh?
You have so many.
Did you have so many? Yes, you're very picky.
I'm a diva.
What's something que te lleva la chingada?
Oh man, the one that drives me up the wall is PS4 controllers because they don't have batteries. And we just talked about this before the show, but it literally drives me insane. Like, who designed something without batteries?
Let's see, Xbox doesn't. That's why you're going wrong.
That's why I have both. Because, it's a first world problem. Perfect first world problem. I bought a PS4 to play one game because they didn't make it on the Xbox. That's the epitome of a first world. Yep.
Is it a sports game or is it?
It's a MLB The Show.
Okay.
It's a baseball game. It's really boring, and people think it's boring when they watch me play. But whatever, I'm having the time of my life. I'm addicted to it.
See, I don't have first one because I buy a controller with a wire and I just plug it in right to my
Yeah,
Xbox. And guess who takes it?
Gus?
Estrella.
My daughters. And I have my whole setup.
Well, see, and that's why I forget to charge the things because Wallace, if I can't run a wire across because he'll chew the wire or he'll trip over and then break everything down.
Right.
Or he chews on it. It's right next to his bed.
Like me, even having to worry about the AC. I think that's a first world problem. Because
that's just a dad problem.
Because I have my AC that's kind of running low, but I also have window units. I'm all Mexican. I have 2 of them.
Strategically placed.
Yes. To cool the entire house and to help out.
Yes.
To me, that's a first world problem. But to me, it really bothers me. It makes my vortex spin and it hurts my stomach and stuff. Thinking about, what if the fucking AC goes out? What are we going to do?
Well, that's not the first world problem in Texas because it gets so hot.
I guess.
I drove without AC the other day, and I got home, and Candy can attest to this. I was in the worst mood ever. I was so frustrated.
Did you get swampy?
Huh? Dude, I had sweat in places I didn't even know I could sweat at.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Did you have to put a man pond in there? You know what a man pond is?
No. I don't
You
do
don't
that.
have ever heard of a man pond? It works.
No.
So what you want to do is, like, you've heard of tampons. We've all heard of that. Right? Are you okay?
They need to stop taxing tampons.
So you get a roll of toilet paper and then you make a man pond and...
What kind of toilet
Where do
paper
you
does that have to
put
be?
it?
Does that have to be double ply or
It
single
doesn't
ply?
matter because our jobs have bad toilet paper.
Yes.
But Edna buys good like Charmin.
Well, no, at my
thick
store,
shit.
I paid for the expensive toilet paper at my store.
Well, just a few rolls in and put it in the man pond and go for it.
Which is really funny you said this because I actually got rid of an employee because I got single ply toilet paper instead of 2-ply, and that person quit.
What?
Because was it a female?
I can't say because of laws, but whatever. That was my strategy to get rid of that certain employee.
I have an idea. Let's fuck with their toilet paper.
That's pretty genius.
Do you have any first world problems?
Oh, I see. When the beer level gets low in the refrigerator,
Right.
I start getting kind of
Nervous.
panicky. And,
Yeah. You get really bad anxiety, right?
When your 9-volt starts running low and you're not sure if it's running low, but maybe it is on your active pickups, and you're like, should I replace this motherfucker right now?
Right.
Yeah, I guess those could be.
I'm trying to think of other first world problems I have.
Like, I don't have AC in my car, but you get used to that kind of stuff.
No, not me. I'm too fat. I need AC.
You know, I sweat all over the damn place. You pour sweat too. I'm sure you're from Corpus.
Well, me-
You sweat the shit ton, would you say?
Look, if I just had to drive to point A to point B, I could live without AC.
Yeah.
But that day, I drove almost 250 miles all over DFW. And then people would call me, and I'd be like, hello, and I'll hear from the air, and they're like, I can't hear you. And I'm just like, I'll call you later. And I even get more irritated. Total first world problem.
Yeah, that's what I had today. I had to close my windows and be in the heat so I could hear them.
My AirPods dying. Oh,
You have AirPods?
I got
My daughter had
AirPods.
AirPods. She lost them.
Hashtag ballin'. Huh?
Hashtag ballin'. What'd you say?
Oh, yeah, when I got my Jordans on, so we went to Shields. I got my J's on. We took the elevator instead of the stairs. I can't crease my shoes.
Oh my
Crease
gosh.
my shoes.
You
Yep.
are a diva.
I am a big diva. You know what? I'm proud of it. I've worked hard in my life, and the 27 years I've been on this earth, I can be a diva a little bit. I'm extra. My mom gets mad at me, though.
Why's that?
Me dice que estoy chiflado. Esa también.
But the creases are for real.
The creases are for real, man.
You don't want to bend them.
I mean, they got a crease now.
Do you walk a certain way so that you don't get creases?
Yes. I walk a lot slower. I'm like on slow-mo when I'm wearing my Jordans. So when I get home, I put them back in the box and put them back in the closet.
Shut the fuck. Really?
Only with those pairs of shoes.
How much are those
How
shoes?
much did you pay for them? Yeah.
Go ahead.
$200.
These boots right here are $350.
But those are from work.
No, I paid for them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You had $350 to buy boots?
Well, I told my wife, I go, it's a safety concern and it's for comfort or whatever. I mean, excuse me, I might be bullshitting a little bit. They might be $270, but the steel toe, these are Red Wings, so they're kind of pricey. I know you don't care, but.
Oh, okay. Well, we still got a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are some first world problems for like these kids nowadays?
These here, having no Wi-Fi, the one thing that drives them insane is when they get throttled with our data, and then they can't go out and
Facebook takes forever to
do
load.
whatever the hell they do on their what is it called again? It's called Snapchat. Do their Snapchat and when you
TikTok.
Yeah, I like TikTok too, but
Do you have both TikToks now?
Yes.
Are y'all friends?
Yeah, and they do their own TikTok. She does her own TikToks.
They both send me like 20 TikToks a day.
Yeah, 20 TikToks a day. It's funny.
Because they're funny.
But we think they're funny, it's like, we relate to them. Are you a big TikToker?
I don't have it, and I refuse to download it.
Really? How about Candy?
I don't want my information going to China. No, Candy has it. She made
It's fun,
one.
right?
Wait, let me rephrase that.
love it.
She made it for business purposes.
Oh, really? What business is that?
Y'all haven't heard?
No.
Oh my God, I'm slacking. I'm a terrible person.
What happened?
So Candy has launched her own company,
Oh, nice.
Sol y Luna.
And what does she do?
She makes earrings and jewelry
Really?
Yes.
Where can you find her?
on Instagram at what? Sol y Luna?
Soy y Luna.
Sol y
Oh,
Luna
Sol,
Co.
Sol.
Sun and Moon Co.
So if you like those kind of earrings, take it a shot, man.
Oh man, you should see our apartment right now. It's a wreck. There's earrings all over the place.
She's crafting all over the place.
She's crafting all over the place. Wallace, he'll eat the earrings. And
Right. So like right now for us, it's like our dream thing is to get a beer barn.
A beer bar?
Dude, we think it would do so well in Little Elm. Little
Oh,
Elm is
open
like
up a bar.
kind of like
By the lake.
a beer barn.
A beer bar. Oh, like a drive-through?
Drive-through.
That's too ghetto to put in
No,
Frisco.
no,
That's shit up.
not Frisco.
It's
That's
in Little
why.
Elm.
We would either put it in Little Elm
By the lake.
Right, or we would
By-
put it in Hackberry. Because that's how we are. We's ghetto.
Are you going to have people wearing bikinis serving the beer?
No, I'm going to get my daughters, so it'll be fine. No, and they're not going to wear bikinis. I'm not saying that.
It'd be
But what
like
I'm saying is
cheaper.
like free labor.
Free labor?
But they can't do it because, you have to be 18 to give beer, right?
Yeah, it's like at HEB as long as you're 18.
No, we're gonna, dude. There was this one beer barn in San Antonio that I always really liked. They were in bikinis, and in the front they had a fucking swing. Remember that one? And she would swing back.
And that was her job all day? She just swung on
Yeah,
the...
well, they would take turns, but they were in bikinis all day.
Yeah.
Swing back and forth.
How much money did you spend there?
Not too much because to be honest with you, I like the TNA and everything, but I would always.
Cochino.
What does that mean, TNA?
You know. What?
You forgot the U, tuna.
Tuna. Ooh. Lele. But so I wouldn't spend so much because I could get it cheaper, like at we go to Sam's or Walmart.
So you're going to open up a beer barn and you're going to mark up your beer prices so people can see...
No, we'll mark them up a little bit for the convenience of not having to get off your truck.
Yeah.
And I think all the construction painters and everybody there would
Will
go. You know how
appreciate
every Mexican feels like they deserve a beer after work, and we feel that.
Especially during work.
Well, that too, but we feel that might be it. You know what I mean? Can you imagine all the painter vans that have in there? Oh, Kevin. Cheers, sir. Cheers. Salud.
Pop a fresh one. Salute mi familia. Mm-hmm. Just like Toretto from Fast
So she's got that. I have that. You never want to do your own business?
This is actually a really good thing to talk about. So I've had zero aspirations to ever start my own business. Which is funny because Candy, she's always, since I've met her, she's always talked about one day having her own business.
Yeah.
This one too.
Versus me, I'm just like, I never want to have to deal with that. I like my vacations. I like going
Me
home.
too.
I like going home and not have to worry about my phone ringing.
Yes.
And I mean,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
Divas. Both of them are divas.
So
Well,
what?
I also like paying like about $200 a month for my health care versus like $500-600 a month if you have your own business. So there's a lot of perks to not having your own business, but
But if it's a success, though. But what would we call it, though?
But what would be a success?
To make more than I'm making 6 figures, I guess.
We can call it Big Poppa Beer Barn.
Oh, you've already kind of thought of a name?
Big Poppa Barn?
Big Poppa's Beer
I
Barn.
don't know, the Shaft. How about that? Something, I don't know, something that would attract the painters and the construction guys.
I don't know. Well, if you have any ideas, comment on the podcast, on our YouTube. Oh, is it going up on YouTube? Yeah.
YouTube, podcast, Spotify.
If we ever do open up the beer barn and your name is chosen, we'll give you free beer for life.
Yeah. Oh! We got to put a limitation on that. Free beer for life, because that's a shit ton of beer for me.
But you have to be over 80 years of age to enter.
No puedo tomar.
No me deja, doctor.
I know.
I got to drink this beer before I take my medication.
True.
Beer's so good. Did you know alcohol's an actual poison? Your body looks at it like a poison.
Really?
Don't tell me that. That ruins my buzz.
What?
Really? So your body's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? It's like snake venom.
It's
So
delicious.
everybody starts freaking out. Your liver starts freaking out. Your kidney freaks out. Your brain freaks out. It's so terrible.
Yeah, then stop drinking.
That's the last thought from Big Papa. Anything else y'all like to add before the end of the episode?
Happening.
Ms. Morado, no? Nothing?
No. Nothing.
Did you feel free? Did you feel like you said what you had to say? Did I talk over you?
No.
I did.
No.
He's not controlling?
I'm okay.
Or he's not controlling enough?
No.
You okay?
Yes.
What did happen? You seem uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable.
Everybody's looking at you.
Why do you do that to people that sit to your left?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Especially Hubert.
I don't know.
Hubert.
Because you act like you don't know. And you do know.
Touch me. That's right.
If y'all got some earplugs, put them in tonight, kids.
No, they're fine. We just turned the fan on. And say
Turn on
that.
Or if the door is locked, Lucero tries to open the door and it's like, ew.
You gotta do what they do.
We're meditating.
What they do in college, you just gotta put the sock on the doorknob on the outside.
Like when you were putting on today, you put on some lotion, right? Did you think of me?
No.
Yes, you did. You said. What? When the lotion in the car, when it squirted out.
Oh.
Ow!
Okay, ya, córtale. Híjole.
I should call him. You remember that from TikTok? I should call him. What joking, man. You have to be so violent. God.
Shout out to DFW Tejano. Shout out to Bedwell Studios
Is my
out
shirt
here
right
in
here?
the middle of nowhere. Is there
Yes.
internet out here?
Yes, there is.
There's no internet.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A little bit.
There's satellite phones and shit.
Oh, was this signaling about little internet or about Mario?
Yeah.
It's not that little.
If the planets align, we get a little bit of
It's
internet.
more of like a mushroom cap. Right, Ed?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
But shout out to Bedwell Studios. Shout out to DFW Tejano. Shout out to Mario Morado.
Shout out to you, and we'd like to thank our studio audience. Yes!
Don't
Let's
sound so
hear it,
excited.
Stan. Let you hear say woo!
What do you call
Let
it?
me hear say yeah! 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 Yeah!
I'll wear
Don't say shit.
Is my Dracula voice getting better?
Your Dracula voice?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, well, go ahead. Give me your Dracula voice.
Shout out to DFW Tejano.
Yeah,
better.
but like a Mexican announcer kind of thing.
Esta noche a las 10. Esta noche a
Well,
las 10.
according to Edna and Hubert, I'm not Mexican, so whatever. I'm
Dude, I know. I was like, what was it, 20, 30%?
I'm Tejano or whatever.
Yeah, we're Chicanos.
Chicanos.
Yeah, Chicanos.
Chicanex. Get it right.
That's right. So whenever Kevin wants to hit it, you'll hit it.
Wait, you have anything else to say to the fans?
I'm good. I appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you for being
Thank
our
you, bro.
official white correspondent for the episode.
Yes, bro!
The white and Mexican alliance has never been stronger.
You're eating the phone.
Sing us out.
I'm waiting for the kick in.
The
Dun
drum.
dun dun dun. That was a Big Poppa Show. I love Rafa here, and I still
better than Hubert.
love him. Hubert. No, you are. You are better than Hubert. You know, if your weight wasn't golden, this is my wife. Big Poppa Show. Yeah.
Thank you for joining.